Small group of Senate Democrats voted with Republicans to approve a funding measure aimed at reopening the federal government. The measure now heads to the House, where GOP leaders hope for approval as soon as tomorrow. Julia Benbrook reports on the next steps.
A major breakthrough in the Senate as the chamber approved a funding bill that could end what is now the longest government shutdown in history. It now heads to the House and must be approved there before it lands on President Donald Trump's desk for a signature. Here's what's in the deal. It's a stopgap measure to fund the government through January 30th. SNAP benefits will be paid through fiscal year 2026. Federal workers fired during the shutdown will be reinstated, and no more mass firings will take place through January. Ahead of the Senate's vote, Trump said he supported the plan.
Based on everything I'm hearing, they haven't changed anything, and we have support from enough Democrats, and we're going to be opening up our country. It's too bad it was closed, but we'll be opening up our country very quickly. I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good.
Now, the deal does not do what Democrats have repeatedly pushed for throughout this process: extend the enhanced Obamacare subsidies set to expire at the end of the year. It does promise a future Senate vote on it, but the House has not committed to taking it up. The shutdown continues to be politically painful for members of both parties. Republicans have repeatedly shouldered the blame for the lapse in funding in recent polling, and this deal, struck by Democratic centrists in the Senate, has ignited a fight within the party about its strategy going forward. At the White House, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Governor Mike Braun says partial SNAP benefits are now available on eligible Hoosiers EBT cards. This comes after a federal court ruled the government must send out full benefits, but the Trump administration has appealed to the Supreme Court, and a justice paused the federal court ruling. Braun's office says once a shutdown is over, the state will move quickly to deliver full payments to qualifying households.
And 6% of flights are being cut at dozens of major airports across the country due to the government shutdown. 11 cancellations at the Indianapolis International Airport, with more than 1,600 nationwide. News 8's Kat Sandoval joining us now live from the Indianapolis Airport, where she has been speaking with travelers dealing with the slowdown. Kat.
Phil, you can see right behind me, there's not much of a line, so travelers can most certainly just breeze on through, and that's according to TSA agents I've spoken to. They also have yet to get paid. Now today, the Indianapolis International Airport had about 16 delays and 9 cancellations. The FAA said the Indianapolis Airport was one of the major airports whose flight would be cut by about 10% to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers. They're currently not being paid due to the government shutdown. Now, I wanted to introduce you to a new friend of mine. His name is Tom. He's traveling here from Phoenix. Now, Tom, were you worried at all when it came to your flight today?
Oh, yeah. We were constantly checking for emails or of a cancellation, and we didn't know that our flight was going to happen. And
so let me ask you this. What did you do to prep just in case something did happen?
we checked on renting a car and driving home rather than flying or rescheduling. Or then the other choice of rescheduling.
And even if you were going to consider driving all the way to Phoenix, how long would that have taken you?
Probably at least 3 days and 2 hotel nights and a rental car and a one-way rent on a rental car.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. Now, it would have taken, 3 days for Tom to go all the way to Phoenix from here. And that is how desperate some travelers are feeling in terms of what's going on now, particularly since the government shutdown. But hopefully that will be lifted as the government reopens. Reporting here in Indianapolis Airport, I'm Kat Sandoval for WISH TV, WISHTV.com.